There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
I believe I can touch the sky.
That is
Think about it every night and day.
All right, well, that's the most horrific thing this podcast has ever been a part of. Welcome to the last podcast on the left with Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kissel. With us, as always, the scientist, the mastermind. Who is that beast creature over there?
Reynold Wacky Templeton, king of the one-liners, you faggot.
Well, he's obviously an old-timey soul from the past.
Oh,
and that's
absolutely. No, my name is Henry Zebrowski. In case you forget it, just write it down. Henry Zebrowski.
Z-E-B-R-O-S.
Wrong.
W.
You're wrong.
K.
Zebrowski.
Zabrowski.
It sounds complicated because it's Polish, but it is not remotely complicated, and you have a problem.
Ironically,
with
it's only complicated if you're Polish. All right. Today we're talking about a...
Well, my grandfather did lose the recipe for making ice. So,
I mean, seriously.
you know?
I got to make this
man.
ice, but all I got is this water.
I just keep trying to kill myself, but I don't have enough money for bullets.
Well, hey, give it a shot.
Yeah.
I would say go with the hanging. Either way you do it, you can always come back as a ghost.
Use gravity. It's God's bullet.
That's a good point, as a matter of fact.
Gravity's God's bullet.
What's the Lord's, screaming locomotive? It's you.
It's a snake.
When you jump right out of those towers.
Snakes are scary, just like a train. These are the things I think about every single day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you that is the mind of an actor right there. Holy Lord. Oh, do I have to turn this AC off?
I believe you do.
Is it coming in? Uh-oh.
Can you hear that AC?
So today, everybody...
It's actually, I've been using is...
That's not... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Don't come in here! Ladies and gentlemen, we've just been haunted, and that's what we're talking about today, and how Henry came over to the place of my employment today. And
what a nice little place to be there with Ben and his dogs, and Ben just had such a sweet smile on his face. Those dogs, old and mean.
They're sweet, wonderful puppies, and I love every inch of them, which is only about 7 inches. They're very tiny.
Small dogs.
God knows they're about the size of a Polish man's wonderful, wonderful face. So we have...
Sure. Yes.
The length of a Polish man's face.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. No, absolutely. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
A Chihuahua is the length. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I get it. It's fine.
In fact, Ben, me and you one day took one of these dogs into the Halloween store to shop for ghoulish things.
That's right. That's exactly what we did, and I loved doing it with you.
I love doing it with you.
And we had a great time.
We did.
So Henry came over, and we got to watch the cable, and we were discussing what these shows were, all these ghost hunter shows. So we decided to give a look-see to a few of them.
We watched a couple of them.
We watched Ghost Lab, we watched Ghost Adventures, and we watched Paranormal State. And they're the top 5 ghost hunting shows are those are in the top 3, and then there's Most Haunted, which is pretty fun, and Ghost Hunters. And I will say, Ghost Lab, this is fascinating. This is a bunch of, I don't know where they're from, but they're all fat. And they're hairy men.
They're all fat.
And there's a bus that sits outside, which I guess is the lab.
The dumbest fucking convention for a show. They show up in an 18-wheeler lab. They
Huge
go
lab.
and they yell at the ghosts in your house and then talk about science. They're like, oh, but we're using science. We're using science.
The
here.
EVPs.
It's
Night
fucking nonsense. They look like they went to a mail order school for whatever it is they're doing. First
Phoenix
of all, it
Online.
just feels you got to know something about science. You got to know something about physics. They're just doing like parlor tricks and just yelling at ghosts.
This is the thing that annoyed me about the program. Others are worse than others, but the Ghost Lab, I feel like they're the dickiest to these ghosts. They went to a family's house, and 4 out of the 5 in this family had shot themselves in the face.
Wow.
And then and it was all predicated upon one of the younger sons just dying, right? He just died.
Yes.
And so he
Died of what?
Sickness.
Yeah, they just stamp sickness on him when they show the family tree.
He
died
died.
of graphics on the show.
He died of the consumption.
Yes, the croup.
Yes,
Yeah.
you never know. And
Yeah,
so
scavenger's lung. That old disease that people used to have.
You get it when
Scab eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Scarlet fever.
it's caused from the dust of opening up old unused coffins or small
looking
treasure
through old
boxes.
books. Yeah.
If there were, it's very similar to what the poor victims of 9/11 are going through right now.
Yes.
God
It's not
bless them
similar
all.
to that. Jesus fucking Christ. God bless them.
I think we had it. We had the moment. Speaking of haunted grounds, I don't know if they should be building that new World Trade Center.
Oh,
right
I can't
on
wait
top
for
of
the
old one.
ghosts of bankers everywhere. Ah, buy sell! Plastics!
Do you have the report from last quarter?
Oh, I missed that memo, Greg, but I'll get it put it in your inbox.
I mean, it might work out perfectly. You come into your office, all the documents are stamped, a janitor comes in, the floors are already mopped and perfectly clean. It could be a
Absolutely.
nice haunting.
What I can't wait is for the old businessmen who died there naturally, their ghosts, to mix with the new ones that died there horribly.
this is
And
what-
you got guys with big cell phone ghosts, and then you
Right.
got a bunch of people with like
On the
walking
rotary
around.
phones.
Yeah, like everybody wants to rule the world. And then you guys who are listening to fucking Nickelback, it's gonna be a whole mix 'em up.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gonna be a ghost mix 'em up.
They're all going to get together over Dennis Miller's Weekend Update because that
all right.
was the beautiful lead-in. But nonetheless, this is what I was thinking too. All these ghosts, they say that suicides and early deaths, like a murder situation, make you a ghost. And I was thinking maybe you're just a ghost on Earth until you're naturally supposed to die. So if you get shot or if you kill yourself, you might have 40 years to be a ghost. You might have 30 years to be a ghost. Maybe until your spirit's actually
Interesting.
supposed to be going onto the other side, you have to stay here as a shitty penance, or you get to move wine glasses, which is all these ghosts seem to do.
That was in Paranormal State. We'll get to how fucking stupid
So
that
let's
was
stick
when
with
we get to
let's
that.
stick with Ghost Lab for a second because this is
Lab-
the douchiest of all of them.
Ghost Lab is just they have a lot of graphics. They have a lot of lots of different shoom ghost facts. You know what I mean? It's just like Ghost Lab. And then it just shows lab results of shoom, shoom, and you're all like they look like metal rods. It's so fucking stupid. But the thing is, the one thing that employees of this hotel, that's now a hotel, used to be a family home, they all keep saying that they all have seen this dog ghost.
Oh,
And
a
one
dog.
One of the sons shot the dog and then shot himself. One of the people committed suicide there. And so they're like, and then sometimes at night you can feel the dog just rushing up against your leg. And stuff like that. It was just
You can hear
ludicrous.
it barking.
And so,
But-
they mic the whole thing for sound, and it's just like one of those where they're like, you hear nothing. And he's like, hey man, you hear that? You hear that? I heard yeah. And he's like, no man, no. He's like, you didn't hear that? You didn't hear the yeah. He's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't hear that. We better check the tape. It's just like soundscape, ghost soundscape, and then it cuts to the fucking sound effect thing, and then it's just like, there it is, right there, and you hear. He's like, there it is. You hear it? You hear the dog barking in there?
Actually, the dog bark was real. The dog bark voice that they heard was real, but they failed to mention the hotel is next to a highway that has a large sidewalk.
It was a living
and it was a
dog.
living dog that barked outside. And so
It's just a dog.
in the lab, in this ghost lab of theirs, aka
Quote,
semi-trailer, where they probably all live.
Probably.
It just looked like a set. It's not a lab. Labs are not put in the backs
It obviously
of trucks.
doesn't have one
Meth
end.
labs are put in the back of trucks.
Yes, it obviously doesn't have one entire wall because that's how they filmed it.
Yeah,
Like
no,
that.
that's-
It's very pathetic. So they'll hear they were doing this thing with the wine glasses. Evidently, ghosts love to just shake a wine glass to the smallest
That's
amount.
later on. That's the other show.
No,
That's
that's this
Paranormal
show.
State.
No, that's happening the same thing. And so the ghost, the thing rattles a little bit, and they're like, "Did you hear that?"
Oh yeah,
And the
that's
chick-
right. That's right. The
That is-
vibrations.
Yeah.
You hear that vibrations in the glass?
And the chick comes through like it's some stupid Lethal Weapon film, and she says, yeah, just a large semi-truck just drove by. So it's like a semi-truck that drove by. It's like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and it's so upsetting to actual ghosts.
It's just these fat dudes walking around the house going so you killed yourself, ghost.
Look
Why
at
didn't
you.
you show me that you're real,
And the guy's
ghost?
like, "Oh, you killed your dog. You think you're so big. You think you're so tough." And it's like, man,
And
they
it's
literally tried to break these ghosts like a bully tries to break an 8th grader.
And it pops up,
It's
the image
pathetic.
at the bottom, all the text shoots it, it's like, provocation test. And he's just like, we get in a ghost face and make that ghost stand up like a man and show us that he exists. And I was like, I fucking refuse to believe that a ghost is affected by pride. Number one, you can bully a ghost to do anything.
The idea
Number
of
two,
bullying a ghost just shows you the depth of their minds. They're like, how do you get a reaction out of somebody?
Call
Give me
him a
the
pussy.
cheese!
Yeah.
Give me the cheese, honey! It's like, I will get you cheese, darling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so sounds like to me. I don't know about you, Dave of Ghost Labs. I don't know how you feeling, but it feels like this ghost here is some kind of pussy.
I was gonna say faggot, but you went pussy.
Yeah, man, you're right. I was wrong. He is a faggot.
Pussy faggot. Why
What
are
you
you
do
doing
about it,
yourself?
Ghost? Come on, you fucking faggot, Ghost.
this is-
You want to play football? You want to play football? Were you some kind of gay
literally
ghost?
throwing a football at the wall. Be like, catch it! Catch the ball!
Catch it. Be a man.
It's
Be
like-
a man, Ghost.
I just don't understand how this exists. And these assholes, and it's
How much money do they make per episode? No, and also, where are their credentials? How would they ever? Have they busted ghosts? Have they ever stopped a ghost? Have they ever proved that ghosts exist in their traveling ghost lab?
I don't
Not
think
once.
so. Not yet, but they will. Absolutely,
you just
they
have
will.
to keep paying them to bring them back.
Speaking of people who pretend as if they've actually seen a ghost, which I think this might be true.
This guy's
this
so
is
funny.
the douchiest in our opinion. This one's called Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, this guy's just like, no, I didn't believe. I grew up not believing in ghosts until one day I saw a ghost.
Yeah, and
so
who-
now
by
I
the way-
go on Ghost Adventures.
to recreate what I saw, and it's like, who grows up not believing in ghosts?
Yeah, it's still fucking stupid. It's just stupid.
But I will say this: the irony of it all is, if he did not believe in ghosts, that's why the ghost showed himself, because the ghost was just like, oh, there's a prime victim. It's like women who are out there clutching their purses with a shank in their hands. They're ready to not to get raped.
Yeah.
You know, they're prepared not to get scared by a ghost. But the chick deadly diddling out there in Williamsburg with a low cut dress on, being like, everything's safe here in Brooklyn.
What else?
They're the victims.
What else is she wearing?
She's wearing a low cut blouse
Yeah.
and a nice low
Say it
cut
again?
shirt.
Yeah.
She's got the like, what do you call those nice glasses?
Yeah, they're
Horn
fake.
rim?
They're fake
Horn
glasses. Yeah.
Form-during glasses.
Yeah. How tight is this dress?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that tight, because wouldn't you believe that the Bloomy is kind of coming back?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
is that
but
what
it also
is?
makes it for easier access.
What's her legs like?
Yeah.
They're long, white, very skinny. Very skinny.
Yeah.
You can see all the joints of the knee.
Are they milky?
Very milky, very pathetically milky. Fresh out of theater school.
What are
We're
her
talking.
feet like?
Well, her feet, open-toed shoes. Her toes are fine. Well
Yeah.
done.
What about the hair?
What's her hair?
The hair is a little bit shorter. It's a little bit cut in a bob.
man, yeah.
And she's got a bandana on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
see her belly button?
yeah, I can see her belly button.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a little butterfly tattoo next to it, not
yeah, it
pierced,
does.
because that is officially out. Nonetheless, that woman, see what it's just done to you? That's going to lead to a haunting. So Zach is like, I'm out there, and I'm like, I don't believe in him. And now, so he should go into these places and pretend like they don't exist.
Yeah.
Because they actually went into a place called Bobby
Mackey's.
Bobby Mackey's.
Yeah.
Which is an old country singer. And he ran this place, and I will say this, probably the
seemed pretty
most
cool.
haunted environment I've ever seen one of these shows shot in.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was pretty. It seemed like it was pretty. Like as they were sitting there was like interviewing an old man. I mean, that's a part of it too. Is like they're also old drunk country musicians. They're all just like they're sitting there talking. He's like, wait a second. A fucking silhouette of a man just walked across the back room, and he Ghost Adventure guy's like, "Oh my god, we've got a ghost in the goddamn premises already." You know, it's just-
one of
everybody's
the
like,
fellas-
I've got to see for myself. Get the thermogram.
And the
Get the
thermogram just
thermogram.
like pans around, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's burning up!" And it's just his hair, because it's all gelled
Just
up.
gelled to a
Nightmare.
tightness.
If one of those light bulbs pop and there's a spark in the room, he's going to look like Michael Jackson shooting a Pepsi commercial. It's going to be a nightmare.
The difference between what that show is that they don't have a camera crew. They're like, we don't have a camera crew.
Just
Each
those
one of them
three
has
guys.
each one of them has a camcorder, and they stay in the place overnight. And they record it. But that also went into in the end of them just being like, "Come out, ghost," and she's like, always the guy's like, "Wait a second, let me handle this."
Well, evidently,
Listen there, friend ghost. I know that you feel that you're human, but I have to release you. You aren't alive anymore, ghost. You don't have a body. You can be released from this world. And they're all like, everyone's like talking. It's like, whoa, I can't believe he's talking to the ghost. That dude's fucking crazy. He's just talking to a ghost. And it's like, he's fucking stupid. It's not real.
It's not
It's
real.
not real.
And it's like this show is apparently known as the Angry Ghost Hunting Show. The guy wears all black, and the person they interviewed, the main hauntee of this situation, other than Bobby, the fellow who owns the place, his wife was evidently pushed down the stairs by a ghost that looked exactly like this fellow who killed a woman in there.
Yeah.
And so the story is these two hooligans killed a woman, took her head off her body, walked into the place, dumped her head into a well that is on the premises.
Which led into an old drain-off ditch for the slaughterhouse.
Okay.
So there was a slaughterhouse. Is right.
So that was actually what's really cool about the place is that
So this murder is real.
The murder is real.
the murder is real, and they say it's just it's just a classic again. In terms of the flaws of a ghost hunting show. Where it's like,
Although I do think the initial interview with the one guy who was haunted the most, he lived in the apartment above the bar for 6 years.
Yeah.
So he's not doing well and drinking moonshine every night.
Oh.
Evidently, it got to the point where they called in an exorcist, and he woke up after a 8-hour exorcism choking the priest. And he's like, I just don't remember nothing. And it's like you were just lit out of your mind.
Yeah, he was absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, he
have
was
you guys
completely trash.
have you guys ever drank moonshine?
Well, I mean,
I'm talking like actual. I'm talking actual country ass like corn distilled moonshine.
I've tasted
it. It is the most insane shit you've ever had in your life. This it doesn't surprise me at all.
but
so that was the story of that guy, which it all seems amazingly spooky. And don't you think? Initially, Henry and I were both just like, "Well, this is a pretty damn good scare."
then it gets back to the ghost adventurer yelling at the ghost and being like, "Show yourself to me!"
And it's like, why would the ghost respect you? A ghost is better than you, and it showed itself to you when you weren't paying any attention to it. Chill the fuck out and be nice to the ghost.
Exactly.
Pour a glass of wine for the damn thing. And they said, that's what they said, what was that? Oh, that's Paranormal State. We'll get to that in a second.
So stupid.
All these ghosts love the bar for some reason.
again-
He always loved beer, something like that.
That happens in Paranormal Study. It's so funny. He loves beer. No, the thing about ghost hunting shows is again. So, let's say like the problem of Schrodinger's cat, right? And they're talking about
What
how
is
the
that problem?
observed universe.
Yeah.
It's I forget. What the
All right, I'll
exact
explain
breakdown.
Schrodinger's cat. All right, so there is a cat in the box, and the cat exists and doesn't exist all at the same time.
Because there's a radioactive isotope in the box that will kill the cat, and so it's like inside this box, the cat is
open
both.
the box?
Yeah, like there's the cat is both alive and dead inside this box, and you won't know until you open it up. But because it's unobserved, every outcome is possible.
Yeah,
because you're not like choosing something.
Yeah,
and it
if
was
you,
just
if
talking
you don't
about-
observe it, then the cat is both alive and dead all at the same time.
all at the same time. So there is showings now that reality is different when you observe it. When you pay attention to it.
That's the rule of documentaries. Is that you automatically change? I mean, this is a rule of science. Actually, is that you change your subject just by observing,
just by paying attention to it.
Yeah.
So you're putting, if ghosts exist and they are a psychic phenomenon, and that they are either intelligent hauntings, as they were saying in Ghost Lab,
There's intelligent hauntings which involve a ghost being able to interact with a person who calls its name, like, hey, touch my titty, and the ghost touches titty. And then there's also unintelligent ghosts, which is just when they pick up something. On Ghost Adventures, they picked up a ghost saying, I
don't like dogs and I don't like fish.
Yeah, no, I don't like fish and I don't like birds.
Yeah, and that's what it is. They
So they're
cut
like,
down.
oh, this is no, as a matter of
Oh, you're serious? I thought you were making a
Completely
joke.
no, this
utterly
is true.
serious.
Wow.
No, this was actually Ghost Lab, going back to that douchey
Ghost
show.
Lab,
Yeah.
that's right.
They're like, oh, he's
That's
so
how they
stupid.
solved the case.
Yeah.
Is that they were like, well, it's unintelligent, so we can't deal with it. Because they caught a snippet of conversation,
these
which
are
was
the
a man's voice. They showed in the recording of a man's voice going, I don't like dogs and I don't like fish.
I mean, it's like,
and they're like,
if you have to do
So
something in
stupid.
subtitles and the person is speaking English, either you're filming some mud people in Pennsylvania
or you're making it up.
making it up.
You're making it up. It's
There's
not
two
real.
options. If I see the human being playing a drum and being like, hey, no, I don't go, and that means, hey, I don't go to Walmart, I'm like, all right,
hey,
tell
I'm
me
a
that.
ghost. Release me. Yeah, like you just like write that underneath it. The thing is I just refuse to believe that you will see a ghost if you go looking for one.
Well, this is something we've talked about many a times on the show.
Yeah.
Is that, if you go looking for a ghost, it's like whenever you really like a girl.
Always, yeah.
It's like whenever you really like a girl, whenever you really try for it and you really go for it, the girl's never going to go for it. But whenever you don't pay attention to her, whenever you're very nonchalant about it, that's whenever the girl comes. Same thing with ghosts.
It's tough to say, though. If you tell the ghost that you love him, or her, on the back of your senior picture at the end of senior year,
sometimes it works out. It's like,
Did that work out for you?
No, it did not. In my situation,
what
it
are you
did
talking
not.
about? It didn't work?
No, she is married in Indiana. She's got a lot of tattoos now, though, so different. So can't be with a tattooed broad.
You can't be?
Nah, I don't know. Why bother? It's not like a thing.
So
it's not like a turn on. If you got to go no tattoos or tattoos, I'm just going to go no tattoos.
That's fine, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah.
The next show we watched was Paranormal State, which is by and large the dumbest one as far as
Is Paranormal State the one that is actually like they come from a college?
Yes.
This is that Paranormal State is the only ghost hunter show that I've seen.
Okay.
This show
are
is
young.
so stupid.
I watched one episode. I'm like, I'm never watching this.
They
again.
are 19 years old.
Yeah.
They are students of a fake science. All
Are
right?
they like Northwestern State or something
It's
like
like
that?
Penn State,
Penn
right?
State, it's an accredited university.
Yes,
It's
and
a
it's
huge
true.
unit. No, it's
because
just Penn State. This is the exact same thing as majoring in theater.
it's what I used to
Majoring
do
in paranormal activity studies. It's like, what job are you going to get after this?
when I was a little kid and I was obsessed with the voodoo going on in Queens at the time, and I was like super obsessed with monsters and witchcraft. I would write letters to the parapsychology department at Duke University, like long things about like I'm really interested in the paranormal. I want to be I want to do this, and like asking questions about witches and monsters and stuff like that. And they would never get back to me.
I mean, really.
You figured you'd want to encourage a
know what
young
we're talking about?
parapsychologist.
If you're a professor with a bogus fucking profession, you should probably respond to anybody who buys it.
You know what we're talking about here? We're talking about Peter Venkman's class.
Yes.
Who's Peter Venkman?
Peter Venkman from
Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, that's
right. You
Man,
fucking haven't
you've
seen
never seen Ghostbusters.
I don't take.
Oh, man, I didn't
don't
wanna
think
bring
it's-
this up.
It's
You
not
didn't even talk
comical.
about this.
Ghosts are not funny. They are serious matters that should not be jested about. Same reason
I'm
I've
gonna
never
beat him up. I want to
Same
just
reason I have
ants
never
you and-
seen.
I want to give you a swirl.
I've never seen. What's that one Jesus movie? That Mel
Last
Gibson.
Passion of the
Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ. Never gonna
Yeah,
see
no,
it.
it's hard to watch ghost movies. It's hard to watch movies about fake dumb shit.
Exactly.
Take that, fucking Jesus Christ! Yeah, nailed it on the cross. I do it again.
The ultimate
I do it
ghost.
again. Give it to me.
I bought a book today called The Origin of the Devil. That is actually very true.
Where'd he come from?
I haven't
Where'd you get
started- Housing Works.
Ooh, can I have it when you're done?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go to the Paranormal State. All right,
Okay.
Paranormal State is a bunch of 19-year-olds. They're doing shit that's fake. They put it's like all these kids are just like, well, ghosts are very important, and it's that weird thing of like whenever the camera's on any of these people, they all look like they're about to laugh.
Yeah.
I know that's like it's hard to explain, but they're all just sitting there like just kind of like all excited about being on television, and then they decided to. It's 4 of them, and then they have a trainee. Whose name is like Callista, and she's like, I don't know, so I'm gonna be in charge. I'm gonna be in charge of the ghost investigation. That's fine. And then like doing these interviews with people about this haunted bar. And she's like, so when you first noticed the ghost activity? And they're all just like, all drunks are just like, ghosts have been around since the dawn of time. Ghosts have always been connected to beer. Ghosts love beer. And all this like weird dumb shit.
That's the thing.
And they're all just like, thanks for your questions. It's really nice that you answer. And then the leader would come in and be like, no, Carol was really thorough in all the questions, but there's a couple of things. You know what, guys? Gotta bring a recorder. Bring a recorder to
Ryan
record
Buell
all
is
their...
his name. He's the founder of the Paranormal Research Society at Penn State University, aka
Waste of time.
Paranormal State. That's why it's called Paranormal State.
Is he the like chubby, like faggoty dude with the glasses?
No, which one was that?
That's on Paranormal State.
He might have been
That's
a
how I see
sophomore or
myself.
junior. He
Yeah.
graduated, or
Yeah,
maybe
no.
he just
He was an older guy. He was in like his mid-30s.
Oh, no. This is different. I think you saw an older episode.
I guess so. Yeah. Because there was the guy. He was one of those guys that like he walks into the room and he just sort of stares out into the distance. He's
I've
like,
seen ghosts.
I can feel it. I can feel him in the room.
No, and
I hear something. I feel something. Can you feel it? Can you hear it?
they just do all
love
these
it.
ineffectual, shitty tests that are obviously mocked up for television, and they're awful. So
Yeah.
it's like they're like the big thing about this haunted bar is that wine glasses used to just fly off the thing.
A fellow named Charlie haunts it, who evidently loved beer. So
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't make
like
any
Charlie loves beer.
sense. And the owner will be like, I only have 3 wine glasses, and I don't buy no more because they just keep on disappearing.
Charlie been knocking up my wine.
I used to
glasses.
think people were stealing them, but it's like it's a bar. Wine glasses are the most sensitive of all glasses.
They
That's when-
are.
as soon as he starts breaking German mugs, I'll be like, that's a real ass.
As soon as he appears in front of you and pulls down your pants and starts going, "Ah!" then you know he's real.
I mean, getting a ghost blowjob would be amazing. A glow job.
Just like in
Ghostbusters, the movie
Ghostbusters, in which Dan Aykroyd got a ghost blowjob.
they cut that whole storyline out of the movie, though.
I've seen the film.
Well, I mean,
They have that one scene. But there was a whole storyline of him going to this old fort,
Really?
and putting on, and then finding the costume of that old general and putting it on, and like kind of like dancing around and stuff, and then falling asleep on it. And that was a ghost of his wife.
Holy shit!
Isn't that interesting?
I did not know that.
You wouldn't know though.
Well, nobody knew because it wasn't in the film. I would say that they got to get those paranormal state people out there, though, to let those ghost hunters know how to really hunt ghosts.
These fucking assholes do this experiment. So the experiment is they just pour talcum powder down on the tables and they put the wine glasses on them to see if they
2
move.
wine glasses on very rickety small tables.
They come back in the morning and they're like, "Oh my god!" And they see that the wine glass,
One
of them has slightly shifted, right? And they're just like, "This can't be done. This can't be done by nudging this table." And they're like, "Calissa, come nudge this table." Unless Calissa walks
So
the
they
table.
put them back in the right spot.
And she just goes like, and they all try to nudge the table. They're all just nudging, and they're like, "There's no way. There's no way
Not
only one
possible.
of these would move." It's so stupid. It's just it's such a fucking gigantic waste of time.
I love it. And I would say, they are. They're the worst. They are definitely the worst. I would say the best though is one that we didn't watch today is the Ghost Hunters. That was the original one to come out of all.
Is that
of
the
these.
one with the front mounted cameras?
Front-mounted cameras. They do the whole thing with the taps, and they give the evidence to the person at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they get cool stuff. It's all shadows and make believe and those terribly bizarre sound waves that they get that don't actually exist.
Are
But I
these
feel like they are the nicest as well to the ghost, though, in my opinion.
Are these the guys that mostly go for mental hospitals and
They
stuff
go to
like
cool
that?
places.
Yeah.
Which we are going to go to one very, very soon.
Yes, we will.
God damn it! I want to go to. And the other thing too, definitely want to go to Montclair, New Jersey, for the Mothman.
Mothman.
All right, but so this is
Mothman. Oh man, I've been obsessed with the Mothman since I was 13 years old.
oh yeah, it's a lot of
the
fun.
Mothman. Whenever I was a kid, I had a book of urban legends.
Yeah.
and there was an illustration of the Mothman that was one of the most terrifying things.
I'm pretty sure I
that
had
I've
the
ever
same
seen.
exact book.
I
think so?
love that illustration of the Mothman, the famous one, right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
But this is a question we want to put to our viewing audience. If you
Listening
are listening,
I mean,
fuck,
technically,
just edit it. Just edit it. All right, so this is a question for you guys.
are we
you-
real or are we ghosts? Are you listening to this right now?
Are we ghosts? If you have a haunting you would like us to investigate, let us know. We will do the real deal haunting. We're the only ones who can get rid of this ghost, and we're not going to bring cameras in there.
No.
I mean we're going to bring some cameras in
We're
there.
going to bring
but
cameras.
you-
We're going to be
but-
respectful to the ghosts. And if you live in the New York area, Long Island, Staten Island, please hit us up.
Anywhere that we can get to on a train from Brooklyn. If you have anything like this, email me at marcus.j.parks@gmail.com.
Do it. Email
We're going
us.
to go and we're going to try to do it.
We will
wanna
bust
talk
a
to you.
ghost. We'll
Yeah.
bust ghosts for you. We will stop your ghost
Well,
problem.
I mean, once again, Henry, we got to go in there with respect, and we might not find any ghosts.
we're gonna fucking go in there and we're gonna kick these ghosts in their fucking
Dude,
nuts.
you're sounding like Ghost Lab right now.
I'm
We're talking
just
about
saying
fucking
that I
Ghost
want to
Adventures
get a
right
ghost, man. I want to grab a ghost. I want to push him down on a bed. I want to fucking
now. I can already
pull
see
down
it,
his
Henry.
ghost
I'm going to
pants
have to
and
fucking...
shove him
Henry,
on
shut up, Henry! Now, this is the kind of piece we need to find a ghost.
Wait a second. Did you hear that? You hear that? We'll have to look back at the tape. I heard a. You hear that?
I think it's saying we have to end the fucking episode. God damn it, Ghost.
Yeah, I had an episode.
Henry is a what? Henry is a
Yeah,
Henry and Marcus too. I can't make out the end. You guys, I don't even want to know what goes on. But send us your information. We're going to go out there and we're going to do it. And we want to interview you, and it's going to be a great time. So, all right, for Marcus Parks, Henry Zabrowski.
Hey-o!
Gizzle. This has been Last Podcast on the Left. We're going to talk to you real soon, and excited to get your feedback.
Yeah, Magustalations.
Magustalations?
I forgot what it went after Magustalations.
Do you not have your catchphrase anymore?
Which one?
I don't know.
You had one.
I am looking forward to it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Magustalations.
I'm looking forward
to you
to
as well.
Your emails, though. Or Cave Comedy Radio. You can just email that.com, right?
No. You just email at marcus.j.parks@gmail.com.
Okay.
We're going to find and cure your ghost.
Marcus.j.parks.com with the Parks with a K.
Parks with a K, Marcus with a C.
J with a J.
J with a J.
That's all so confusing.
The J stands for Jordan.
Oh, my God. Well, they're never going to be able to reach us now, so... It's a good episode, though.
Marcus.J.
Marcus Jangly Parks.
Marcus Jangly. Marcus.Jungly.
You can hear him
Marcus
from a mile
Jewish
away.
Parks.
Jungly. I'm Jungle Parks. Goodbye.
Yeah, please.